And welcome everyone to our first episode in November of Two Owls Talking Sports. I'm Mike Davidson along with my partner, Overlake Athletic Director John Wiley. And John, it has been a playoff-rich week this last week. A lot of things going on. Let's go quickly around the horn as these fall sports are headed off to state here shortly. Let's start with a team that saw their season come to an end here in this last week, our girls soccer team.
Yeah, it was a tough way to end it. We were up at South Whidbey for a loser out playoff game, and I was up there. I saw the field, which had some football the night before. It wasn't the greatest grass field, but no excuses. They fought hard. Both teams played really hard, and South Whidbey got the lone goal late in the first half. Overlake had their chances. They had a few chances in the second half, but just couldn't get it in the net. So it was a hard way to go out, but proud of them. Winning record, good year. Hats off to Sally Goodspeed, and I really saw a great improvement out of that program this year.
And that is a young nucleus. They will be back for more next fall. A lot of players to like there coming up. Volleyball, girls volleyball is still going. They are working their way through the Emerald Sound Conference tournament, and they play this week on Monday, yes?
Yeah, they should be getting going here real soon. They are at UPrep in a similar situation. Loser out on that. UPrep's good squad, but they got upset a little bit in the first round. They had a home game against Bear Creek. Bear Creek got them. Overlake played the buzzsaw that is Cedar Park Christian, and so UPrep and Overlake play tonight at the Puma Dome. Winners move on.
Both of those very tough roads. There are a lot of good Emerald Sound Conference teams in both of those sports. So really tough to come out of there in the fall. But speaking of moving on, our cross country team, we had that as the hot ticket last week to go up and see them. They were at South Whidbey, and they did manage to send some kids through to the state meet this coming weekend.
Yeah, really, really proud of what our girls and our guys cross country team was able to do this year. On the girls' side, Julia, Maddie, and Cy ran great up there. It was also at South Whidbey, ironically, so it was a full day in the rain for this AD, but it was great to watch our girls program again vastly improved, led by Maddie and Cy all season, but Julia really had a breakthrough day and put herself at Pasco with them. So we're really excited about what they were doing. And on the boys' side, two guys that have been running really well all year, certainly put it on the line last Saturday for Overlake. Mayank, the sophomore multi-sport athlete, he ran great. George is a great runner. He's a junior and turned around, and they were within a second of each other, but well into the state ranking. So they're going to also go to Pasco. So we got five going over there. Really proud of Dave Parsons and his coaching staff and what they were able to do for everybody in this program. But certainly those five runners are going to represent Overlake well.
And speaking of representing Overlake, it has been a big week this last week for postseason honors for our fall teams. All conference teams have been announced, littered with Overlake athletes. Maybe we just do a quick run through and give those all conference players the recognition that they deserve. Maybe we'll start in that deep tennis program.
Well, there are a couple of doubles programs. Jeff Loringer's team is built always around their strength in doubles. And this year, Sebastian and Eric, the freshman, Sebastian Termulin is a senior. He was paired with Eric, who's only a freshman, but they were great together. They rolled through districts, so they are all league, and then two familiar faces who we got to see we've seen the fall of their senior year, but we'll certainly see them together in the spring again. They're state runners up, Henry Zoo and Bentah, and these are good friends and they're real good doubles partners. So they were all league as well. So those guys had a great year. I'll give you some more all leaguers coming out of boys ultimate. Here's a familiar face, Hank Davidson, with his first all league nomination and honor he was a cutter for the Owls, and Elliot Koo, a handler, was also named All League for Overlake. In cross country, there was just one that got through because they do it at that meet that was in West Seattle, and not everybody ran in that. But Saya Komatsu, surprise, our strongest girl. She's had a great season. She is all conference. She has now been all conference in both tennis and cross country. Unofficially, she'll be making her sixth state appearance this year. So pretty exciting. So those two, then soccer and girls soccer. Isabel Chow was an all league defender, and Rhea Vellamore was a midfielder for Overlake, and they both were named all league. And Zainab too, the senior captain had a great year, scored a lot of goals in the forward spot for Overlake's girls, and was all conference. So congratulations to all of them. We also had the announcement last night that Katie Miskowski, the senior setter for Overlake, the standout setter, was rightfully named all conference by the Emerald Sound coaches. And our team picked up the team sportsmanship award in volleyball. So good on them for how they represented themselves and our community.
So lots of Overlakers being recognized there. Few teams still going. How about athlete of the week this week, John? I got to make one nomination. Julia Yakushev, who kind of forced her way into that state meet in cross country. Personal record, I believe, set by her
Yeah.
at the meet this weekend. She's my nominee for athlete of the week, John.
I will support that 100%, Mike. To PR on a day like that in the pouring rain tells you a lot about her, not just physical toughness, but her mental toughness. And they really needed her to come through, and she did in flying colors. So sounds like a great athlete of the week.
Yeah, punched a ticket to state in Pasco. We have sent you on the road for the hot ticket this last week. I don't know how many of you took our advice to join John up there on the island at South Whidbey last weekend, but my nominee for hot ticket is on the road again. If you can find your way to Pasco for the state cross country meet, we'll have 5 runners there. That's always a really well run event. If you get a chance to check that out.
You know what? It's a fantastic. Some people say it's the best state tournament out there. You have all the classifications there. Everybody's in their colorful uniforms. They're all running. It's loud. It's fun, and hopefully they'll get some good weather. And Pasco is definitely a hot ticket this week.
So that about wraps it up as we move toward the sort of winter sports. This is also an interesting time, John, as some of our athletes begin to make commitments at the college level. I understand we have breaking news on one of those as well.
Yeah, well, one has committed pretty early, and that is Pierce Pape, class of 26, the senior boys lacrosse standout. We put it out on social media late last week. He will play for Colorado College. He led the state in goals scored last year, so they're getting a good one. Congratulations, Pierce.
Outstanding. Great fit for him, and we hope to see a few more commitments as this year rolls on. It has been a big week. Good luck to those runners headed out to state. Johnny, you headed out there as well?
You know what? This is unfortunately one of my favorite events, but I will not be able to be there. But they're loaded on the coach's staff, so they got my proxy.
Outstanding. Well, that does it for this edition of Tots Two Owls, talking sports for Athletic Director John Wiley. I'm Mike Davidson. Thanks for joining us. See you again next week.